Hello everybody and welcome to episode 4, I think it's episode 4, of my ASMR save with Spalding United on FM18. I want to apologise for the lack of Spalding uploads over the last few days. I've been busy with other stuff, trying to juggle 3 channels is really difficult. Who knew? I've also been sorting out real life stuff as well, so I just haven't got around to doing it, so I'm really sorry about that. But today we take on Swansea, and as you can see, we've had a couple of batterings since last time out. We've got Swansea today that I feel is a realistic. Well, Swansea away, we're probably going to get battered, but you know it won't be as big a battering, I hope. So since last time, we've played 2 games. We lost 11-0 to Arsenal. Arsenal, an Arsenal team that haven't been playing very well this year. They are they didn't start very well anyway. They're 5th now. But when we played them, they were in the bottom half, and we lost 11-0 to them. Aubameyang scored 5. Koscielny got 1. Bellerin, Kovacic, Mkhitaryan, Ozil, and Lacazette all scoring for Arsenal, which is just ridiculous. And then we played Tottenham at home. We lost 4-0. Song Heung-min, Lucas Moura scored 2, and Dembele for Tottenham as well. Mitchell Nelson got sent off, so he is not available today or for the next 2 games after that either. So yeah, a little bit, well, I mean that wasn't as bad, but still very disappointing. We're still rooted to the bottom. It's so early on in the episode, and I've started rambling and talking rubbish already. But here we are. We're 20th. Obviously, stop talking rubbish. We're 20th in the table. We've got Crystal Palace for company, who, like in real life, haven't won any of their first 6 games. But the only difference is they've actually scored goals this time. Ourselves, no goals scored. 46 conceded. We've conceded double figures twice. It's a bit worrying. So 0 points after 6 games, but the games that we've conceded the least against are against Liverpool and Spurs, 2 of the strongest teams in the Premier League, which is really interesting. But those were both home games. But it's looking pretty bleak already, but we're still amazing. We're only 3 points outside the drop zone, so a miraculous win would put us back into contention, which I find amazing. That's not going to happen. But Swansea away today, hopefully we won't get battered as much as we normally do. And if it wasn't bad enough, we've just lost Jack Fixter, our fullback, to Lowestoft. I mean, seriously, we're in the Premier League, and you want to play for Lowestoft over us? That does remind me that we actually need to tie a few people down on contracts, because I think that's how it's happened. But seriously, you want to play for Lowestoft instead of us? Come on, man. I should also mention at this point that Jack Fixter is not the first player that we've lost to a free transfer. Ellis Humble has gone to Kings Lynn. Seriously, man, we're playing Premier League football. Kings Lynn, who are obviously local, and then Connor Marshall has also gone to Lowestoft. So we've lost 3 players on free transfers, which means that we really need to start trying to tie players down to contracts, because otherwise we're not going to have a squad at all. So this is the team that we're going to play today anyway. So we're going for our normal 5-3-1-1, the don't concede 10 tactic, which apart from Arsenal has been pretty effective so far. So we've got O'Hara in goal, a back 5 of Abbott, Mason, Leggett, Lane and Laird. We've got Lemon on the right, Amiobi on the left, Hartigan as the ball winning midfielder on support with Hawkins just in front, and McLaughlin as the attacking midfielder. Although I'm thinking this guy, Yank Akar, has been moaning like hell about not playing. So I'm going to throw him into the firing line today. I'm gonna make an executive decision. And I'm going to make a last minute change. I would normally put McLaughlin in, but he's not really that effective. So we're going to give Akar his chance today to see if he can actually prove that he's good enough to playing the team because he's been whinging and moaning like nobody's business. So if I put him in the first team and he doesn't play that well, then I'm right. But then I've also played him as well, so I might show him up a bit. Alright, so it's a 4-2-3-1 for Swansea. Wilfred Bonney up front, Abraham on the right, Ayew on the left, so that could be potentially quite a dangerous front three, especially against this defence. So we'll see how that goes, but Swansea naming a fairly strong team, which I'm surprised that quite a few teams are naming fairly strong teams against us, which I didn't expect, because when I did survive the Prem with Swindon Supermarine, literally every single team played their reserves against us, with the exception of like the lesser clubs. But here we go, ready for another pummeling. How long is it going to take this time? I was going to do an Arsenal stream tonight, but I just didn't have time. By the time I sorted everything, it was like 9 o'clock, and I really didn't see any point. It's like 10 o'clock now, like 10:15. So I just didn't see the point. But here comes Swansea, and Abraham just puts it wide, but we've survived 8 minutes so far, which is really positive. If we can get to, I'm going to set a personal target of 20 minutes. If we can get to 20 minutes without conceding a goal, I'll be happy. But this doesn't look good. Here's Andre Ayew, gets the ball into Bonney, and that target has gone. It has dissipated within seconds of me saying it. Wilfred Bonney has put Swansea 1-0 in front, and it was literally just one ball into the box, and we got the awful 3D replays again. I might just scrap those. So Andre Ayew down the left hand side, cuts the ball back in. Wilfred Bonney's there, and he makes it 1-0 to Swansea, and that is the game. I wonder what would happen if it went all out attack. I mean, I imagine we'd just concede like 30 goals and lose, but I wonder what would happen if we committed like 7 or 8 players as forward players, or as attacking players. Like, what? I wonder what would happen. I might try that. Maybe against a big team. That would be absolutely suicidal, but I don't know. I mean, I've got to try something. We haven't even scored a goal yet, so we've got to try and attempt something to at least score a goal before the season's out. But I'm hoping that by the time January comes around again, we'll have the money and the reputation to buy decent players, and we've just given away a penalty. Mason's handballed it. So Abraham has got the chance to make it 2-0, which he does. That is definitely the game sealed. But yeah, like I say, I'm hoping that in January we'll have a fair bit of money to spend, and maybe perhaps our reputation might improve to the point where we can get players of a better standard in throughout the pitch, so we can have, we can play conventional formations, we can have a go, we might even score a goal here and there. So I'm hoping that that's what happens, because we've gained a fair few £1 million just by being in the Premier League and by getting the TV revenue. So I'm just hoping that will sort of transpire into us getting a decent transfer budget in January, which we might be able to do something with. This Carroll shoots dreadfully wide. Oh, here's Abraham. Abraham shoots just wide as well, but Swansea having a lot of chances, but we seem to be limiting them to shots from outside the area, which is positive because it shows that we're not being cut open at will. Oh, here's a corner, Carroll to take it, and Fernandez. Oh my god, that's going in, isn't it? Alfie Mawson. And Fernandez was all alone, on his own, ready to hit that ball, and if he wasn't going to score, somebody else was. So Tom Carroll's corner, plays it in, Fernandez unmarked, Wilfred Bonney heads it on to Mawson, and Mawson does the rest. Okay, so we've made it to half time, was terrible. I mean, it's kind of like, when you think about it, if Chelsea are beating us 10-0, I'd expect Swansea to beat us about 6 or 7. So, we'll see. I don't know what to say. I'm not even concentrating. I'm just going to say, show me something else in the second half. Leg is stressed. Calm. There's a lot more to come from you. I believe you got... okay, whatever. Oh, here we go. Start the second half. And Swansea are knocking it about like they're Barcelona, which is just the way you want the second half to start. I am tempted just to throw a lot of players forward and throw caution to the wind and just see what happens. It'd be an interesting experiment to see what would occur if we were to do that. I'd imagine we'd concede a lot of goals, but we might just score one. Okay, here's Hartigan. The highlight started with us. Akar just got dispossessed, and now Swansea are controlling possession again. Here's Andre Ayew, finds Carroll. Carroll looks for Abraham. Abraham's still running on that right hand side, finds Norton. Norton puts it in, and oh my god, that is miss of the season from Wilfred Bonney, unless it bounced before he hit it, but that should have been 4. I mean, he's bottled that chance big time. And here comes Swansea again. Tom Carroll. Carroll looks for Pilek, who finds Gore, and it's a good save from O'Hara straight at him, but a decent save. Oh, here's Hawkins. Can we keep possession? No, we can't. Amiobi into Andy King. Finds Abraham. Fernandez into Carroll. Carroll still going. That was a wayward shot. That probably should have been 4. But I have to say, Akar, or Akar, however you pronounce his name, has been involved in the game. You know, he's had touches, he's fed other people into play, so he's definitely been more effective than McLaughlin would have been by now. As Wilfred Bonney makes it 4. And maybe one of our defenders should have got to that, but it's 4-0. And yeah, I mean, it's taken 15 minutes for us to concede a goal, which keeping up to the average. But Ayew is found on that left hand side. He finds, I want to say Pilek. I don't know how to pronounce that. He swings it in, and Wilfred Bonney just gets his head to it first. O'Hara has absolutely no chance, and it's 4-0. Alright, another Swansea highlight. Here's Gore. Gore finds Pilek again. Crosses it to Leroy Fer. I know how this is going to end yet. I thought he was going to smash it first time, but he took a touch and makes it 5-0. But yeah, I saw that from the moment. I knew it was going to Fer. I saw that coming. There's Gore on the left. He finds Pilek, however you pronounce that. Or is it Pike? I don't know. He finds Leroy Fer. Leroy Fer takes a touch, superb touch to get it beyond the defender, and finds the corner. Right, do you know what? I'm just gonna go for this now. We will put Leggett out here, and we'll bring. Can we bring on though? We'll bring Douglas on for him. Play him a bit deeper. We'll play him as a box-to-box midfielder. And we're going to push these guys forward as wingers. And we'll put... Tell you what, should I put... I think we'll bring McLaughlin on for Akar. Play him as a deep line forward on attack, which sort of contradicts the deep line forward thing. Should I just go for a really offensive 4-2-3-1? And we'll put Griffiths there. I can't say Griffiths, there's too many F's and TH's. We'll go attacking, and we'll just say screw it. And we'll also, I made all 3 substitutes, haven't I? I was going to bring Abbott off because he was on the yellow card, but I think we might keep him. Yeah. I have to keep it as it is now. We've made all 3 substitutes. So we're just going to try and go for it. We'll see what happens, see if we can even score a goal. But what I predict is going to happen is that Swansea are just going to tear us apart. Swansea corner, Olsen to play it in, O'Hara takes hold of it. We haven't conceded yet. What is going on? I switch it up and we haven't conceded a goal yet. Maybe this is the way I should always play. Abbott plays it to Hawkins, plays it to Griffiths. Could this be the moment? Hawkins, that was an awful pass. That was an absolutely terrible pass. Finds Norton, who's bombing down that right hand side. This is going to be the last opportunity of the game, I think. Plays it into Gore. It's not the best pass into Ayew, but he's still got it. Still going on that left hand side. Ayew crosses it in towards his brother. Back to Tom Carroll, finds Leroy Fair, plays it into Gore. Norton, and Norton shoots wide, and that should be the game. But we almost had a chance there. We were in the Swansea third, which is positive. I mean, we haven't had a shot today, but I don't think we were terrible. I don't think we were that bad, and maybe for the next game we might play a more conventional formation and just see how we do. I know we did that against Southampton and lost 9-0. Say calm. I'll sod off then. I saw a stat there that said Chris Mason 9 saves held, but he was a centre back, so I don't understand how that's a thing. Humiliation for Spalding, 5-0. Carver Howell saying I wouldn't. So what's this? Wilfred Bonney was an unfortunate casualty. Yeah, right, whatever. Hopeless Spalding lose again. Spalding United's run of straight defeats in the Premier League has risen to 7 following their 5-0 loss to Swansea City. Even at the early stage of the season, Tulips fans look resigned to relegation. What else was going to happen? I mean, seriously. Okay, so yeah, 7 defeats from 7 without a single goal scored. It's like a really, really bad version of Crystal Palace, who got their first point today. Who are they playing? Playing Stoke. They got their first point today, so they've left us. We are now the only pointless team in the Premier League. So, yeah, that's not good now. We had company up until today, but we've lost that company. So if we look at the rest of the Premier League, Chelsea are top after 7 games, 6 wins and a draw. United second, 3 points behind them. Liverpool got a game in hand. They've had a good start. Manchester City in 4th. Bournemouth have had an excellent start there at 5th place. Burnley, Arsenal, Leicester, Watford and Tottenham make up the first half. And yeah, that's it. Southampton, who played us first game of the season, that has been their only win. They've lost the 5 games since and are in the bottom 3, but they've scored 11 goals. 9 of those are against us, which is pretty ridiculous. So that's quite an interesting thing to note. Okay guys, so I think that's going to do it for today. For next episode, I think I'm going to go in time a little bit. We're going to play quite a few games off camera, so I'm thinking either Huddersfield or Brighton, depending on how far we get, how far I can get. But I want to get on with the season now because it's episode 4. We're still in September, so I kind of want to make a move and just get on with the season really. So I think we'll play quite a few games behind the scenes and then come back in sort of November time. So that is today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on it if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Comment below any thoughts and suggestions you may have. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias, and if you want to check out my other channels, please do. The links to all those will be in the description down below. Thanks once again, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.